Don't think, just answer this question. A wizard has turned you into a whale. Is this awesome? Yes or no? Welcome, friends. LostScarf here, and it's time for the vlog. So, here's what the vlog's gonna break down into. The vlog's gonna break down into talking about the channel, maybe something, and then we gotta talk about sexual assault, because that's what's going on this week. Oh my god. Oh, we're talking about Bowsette, obviously. So, these vlogs are therapy for Scarf. I think I said it, I probably maybe said this like years ago. These are therapy for me, because it allows me to talk about what's going on this week, so that I don't just have it going on in my head and then depression. So that's really what these vlogs are. And so at some point, I'll probably be a little more philosophical at points in vlogs, and we've done it before already, because it allows me to be so. Like, I get to be Socrates without worrying about the hemlocks. That's not bad, you know? By the way, F. Aristotle, hate him very much. If you want to know why, just look up science reasons as to why scientists hate Aristotle. So, let's talk about the channel first. So right now, steady as she goes. Just all the LPs still going. Apollo Justice is finally going to happen, maybe later in October, because we're going to finish Celeste before we do that. I almost said Papers, Please, Series, but We Happy Few, it's going to go a lot longer than I thought it was going to go, so that's going to be going for a while. What replaces that? I don't know. Hardcore Series is going. I'm going to buy, at some point I'm going to buy the Doom collection. Not for, specifically for one game, that's Doom 2. Doom 2 is one of my favorite games of all time from my childhood. Yeah, childhood. So, that's got to get hardcored at some point, because Doom 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. So that's got to happen. Other hardcores we'll see going up. Here's something that Jinx is going to hate me because I keep forgetting what the hell she tells me it is. We're going to do a Dark Souls hardcore. I remember she said it was random spawn, or we're going to do a version of it where the spawns are just changed, so at least it's different. I forget what she says it is because I'm too self-centered to remember what she tells me. I'm a D-bag. Oh my god, I always forget. I don't remember. I don't remember what the hell it is, but it's some sort of Dark Souls hardcore. And then Jinx actually thinks we should do an LP of Dark Souls on Switch. Like, it's gonna, like, maybe. Why not? That might be interesting. That might be pretty cool. Like, I wanted to do it when I thought it was gonna come out in May, because we didn't have anything. We didn't have it in that slot. But now, because Smash and... no, we're not gonna do Smash. We'll do Smash on the main channel. You know, I actually don't know what we're gonna LP, actually. We know the voice LP part. Anything beyond that, I don't really know. Hardcore is, yeah, we just play games. Oh, we gotta do Earthworm Jim. I just remember. Earthworm Jim needs to be played hardcore at some point. 1 and 2. There's so many classics worth of hardcoring. We got to do them. But yeah. Other things on the channel, side channel, The Messenger, Octopath Traveler, a Monster Hunter, playing with people. Oh yeah, every Saturday for October is going to be Jackbox Party Pack. So from 5 to 8, people usually like to show up fashionably late at like 6 o'clock. I don't know why. So I might start the stream maybe at 5:30 instead of 5. Just because no one's there, really, for the first hour, and I hate that so much. It's so lonely when you're doing a party game alone. Well, at least Ninjak shows up. But, yeah, 5 to 8, most likely 6 to 8, is when we'll do the party pack, unless people want to show up earlier, and they actually do. We'll see. But that'll be every Saturday for October. Other thing going on with October is Inktober. We're going to do monsters. I'm going to draw 31 monsters. They'll be more sketch level, not as high level as Mermaid was. So look out for that on Twitter. Kirby Dreamcast, that's the podcast. Episode 5 should be coming out soon. Episode 6. So we're doing every 2 weeks. Basically, we're trying to do every 2 weeks on the Kirby podcast. And the first game podcast should be around episode 10, maybe sooner, maybe later. And that's going to cover, of course, Kirby's Dream Land. Oop, hit my phone. So Kirby's Dream Land is, of course, the original. That's on the Game Boy, and that is all the games are gonna get emulated. All the Game Boy games are gonna get emulated. All the Nintendo, Super Nintendos will be emulated. Well, okay, up to 64 has to be emulated. Maybe up to GameCube, because is GameCube emulated? Up to that far will be emulated, I assume, and all the Game Boys will be emulated. Because we can't capture those things. Like, I don't know if there's a way to capture GameCube and 64 or Super Nintendo. it's safer to just emulate those things. As far as Wii and Wii U and Switch goes, we can just capture those with the Elgato. Now, 3DS, I assume, will not be emulated anytime soon, but those games won't happen for at least another 4 years. Since we're doing an episode every 2 weeks, that is 26 episodes a year, so we won't get until 3DS until 2022 or something. So by then, maybe there's emulators. If there's not, there's got to be an affordable way to just capture 3DS games by then. Maybe, we'll see. That's a long way away, but we're going to be doing this for the long haul because I love Kirby. We know I love Kirby, and there's a lot of content to talk about Kirby. Not like Right Back At You is 100 episodes alone. Talking about Sakurai, that's an episode. Talk about Iwata, that's an episode. Talk about what Miyamoto has, how much has he had to do with Kirby? Not a lot, but there is some things there to talk about. That's an episode. And then there's a couple other people at HAL Labs we're talking about. And then it's just, talking about Kirby Cafe and the train. Was it poop? I can't pronounce it. The train thing, that'd be cool to talk about. There are just things worth talking about around Kirby. So, and then more things Kirby were going to show up over time, obviously. So we have over 100 and something episodes to do. So we're going to be around for a long time with this podcast for sure. And hopefully eventually I get back to basically a podcast as well, but I just... That's a hard one to do. But eventually that might come back for sure. That might come back hopefully, not for sure. I want to say for sure, though, because I want to do it because that's such an awesome idea. It's just been not easy to do because, ugh. Anything else channel related? Right. So all the gaming in preparation for the podcast are going to be done on the side channel. So you'll see Kirby's Dream Land and such on the side channel. And... once we get through Octopath Traveler, we'll probably finally play Shadow of War. Finally cover Shadow of War on the side channel, and that should be a lot of fun. Especially because all the pay-to-win stuff is taken out of it, and that's awesome. That's pretty cool right there. Oh, also, I'll be doing a giveaway for My Hero Academia's game. It's on the multiple consoles. It's going to be one copy. Whoever wins, they can pick where they want the copy to be, and they get it. Internationally, it's going to be harder, but I'll do the due diligence to figure that out. Because the way the giveaways go is, I do them because I really want someone to have this game that I'm hyped for. I'm really hyped for My Hero Academia game because I'm a fan of the anime. So because of that, I'm going to do a giveaway, so I got to put that together. I'll try to get that together before this episode comes out, so Jinx can put the link in the description. And then we'll just have the giveaway. And when the game comes out, then that's when the giveaway ends, and somebody wins. We will have a giveaway for probably Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I really think we will because I'm a fan. I don't get why people hate it. I don't know why. People are like, oh, it's casual. I don't care. I've played a lot of Pokemon, but I just have fun with it. I don't understand this whole hardcore fascination. I really don't. And so I'm just excited for it. I really am. I can't wait. I still don't know if I'm going to do Pikachu or Eevee, though. The fact Eevee can't be evolved really kind of sucks. And nobody wants Raichu, so. But... the fact you can't evolve Eevee is very unfortunate, because I would straight up make it a Sylveon. Sylveon is my evolution. That's my favorite one. No surprise, it's pink, and anything pink is something I like a lot. I don't like wearing pink, though, but I like pink things, obviously. And then Smash Ultimate in December, for damn sure. That'll be a giveaway as well. And those of you who are a fan of the amiibo fights, that's coming back for damn sure. Ooh, I can't wait for that. What I can't wait for is just all the new amiibos that are going to have to come out for Smash. That is going to be awesome. We're going to have way too many amiibos. I already have a figurine problem. I maybe have 30 of the roster already. I assume the Splatoon amiibos count. I hope they do, because if they do, I already have the Splatoon amiibos. So, that would be awesome if those count. Also, I have an Isabelle amiibo. I hope that counts. I hope it counts. If it doesn't, that sucks. But if it does, I have a Isabelle amiibo. So I'm ready on that. I'm good on that. I've got, of course, the Marriage, Bowser, Mario, and Peach amiibos right here. Like Peach and the other ones. Like, I got those. So, I'm ready to have a lot of amiibo fights up in here. And that's going to be great. And we'll just get more and more and more. And then that'll be awesome. we're going to be doing that for a while because I enjoyed that. I really did. It's just eventually like, well, we're just getting stale, so then I stopped. Oh, also things got busy with life as well, if I remember correctly. Anything else with the channel? I think that's it. So yeah, there's not really time to philosophize. We'll just talk about... How did I intro this as I was going to talk about sexual assault? We're going to talk about sexual assault now because of the whole Kavanaugh thing. Well, let's talk about Bowsette really quick. Bowsette, oh my god. So, it was last Friday. The dude made the comic. I remember seeing the comic, like, huh, that's funny. And then I'm like, oh, they'll probably get some fan art. And then Saturday, a couple of fan art came up. A little bit came out, a little bit more. And then Sunday, it was exploded. Full blown, there's just so much. And then, the thing was, when it exploded on Sunday, and by the way, if you had Nintendo stock, good for you, because oh my god, Bowsette made the money go up on the stock. That is amazing. I won't be able to buy stock in Nintendo for at least another 1 or 2 years, and that's going to hurt because Smash and Amiibos, that's going to bring stock up. That's definitely going to bring stock up for damn sure. You can guarantee that. And so I wish I could get in on that and just buy some stock right now. But I won't be able to. I think their stocks were like 200 or 400 right now. And, oh, I wish I could buy their stock. I'm going to own at least one stock in Nintendo just for the sake of owning it. But I'd like to buy more. At least a couple. Because I think Nintendo's going to be on the up for a while. Once Switch is over, that is when there's no telling what will happen to Nintendo at that point. But during the duration of Switch, I can't see the stock not going up. I really cannot. So... that'd be some good money making right there. The rules of owning international stock is a bit weird, but you can own it as an American, so I'm gonna own some Nintendo stock eventually. Yeah, Bowsette. And then the thing about Bowsette was the logical next step to that was gonna be other characters. So you got Bowsette, and then you had Chompette, and a couple other ones. And honestly, the argument about whether Bowsette should be called Peach or whatever, or Peachhauser, is a stupid argument. The reason for it is I understand the rules of language for that, but I also understand the rules of language against that as well, in that the rules of language is the community chooses what actually is the right naming. We have learned this many times where words just get made up, and that's just what it becomes. And it's just that, where we just assign definition to word by just that, by just the common love of whatever the word is, instead of following the rules of how words are supposed to work, because of where they originated from, like we do with like Latin and such. I get it because the English language is stupid ridiculous in how it does things, and so it's fine to just call it Bowsette for God's sakes. But it has exploded in that everything gets the peach crown, so that there's an et of everything. You got a Bowette, and then you've got... I actually have not seen a Shyette. I actually haven't seen one of those, but there's so many ets coming out, or other naming of it. And that was the obvious next step, is after Bowsette, it was going to be that. And Bowette is the most popular second one. But Chompette's pretty cool. There's Bombette, which that's already a character with Bombette in Paper Mario. But there's some of that and everything, and I'm just enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot. Like, the clip of Kirby eating apples, that's how I feel about Bowsette and all the other crowns as well, is I am loving this. There are people who hate it, and I'm like, it's gonna go away in a week. Everything's a fad. Bowsette is gonna taper off. Everything tapers off. People who were angry about it on Sunday and Monday, I don't understand. And if you are a viewer who felt that way, I don't understand you. You and me, not 1-to-1 right there on that one. That's for sure. It was gonna go away quickly. It was gonna go away very quickly. Everything goes away quickly because that's just the way things work. That's how trends work. We're not gonna see Bowsette en masse in a month. Not at all. Now when Smash comes out, we might see some more. But that's how trends work. Anyone that's incredulous or mad about it, I don't understand you. I really don't get it. I just don't get it. But the funny thing is the next little progression from that was putting the hat on everything else. So we got to see a Kirby, which some versions have been pretty cute. We got to see when they started putting on objects, it was amazing, where they were putting it on the crown on coins. They put the crown on the crown itself, the crown on the different platforms Mario has been on. I'm like, the crown's on everything. Now the problem, the one thing I do have a problem with is what the item is supposed to do and what the item has done with how people have done it, where they just make princess versions of everything, which I like that, but it's the problem is the conceit of, and this is where I get is, it's supposed to make them a peach version of them, not just a princess version. So what, making them just girl versions, just everything getting gender bent, which is fun, but it's not what it is anymore because it's supposed to be like a Peach version of everything. Basically, the Peach Crown just makes a Peach cosplay of everything. Since I'm a big fan of Peach, obviously I want to see a Peach version of everything. But I still like what I see. It's just it doesn't follow the rules anymore. Because someone did a Kirby with the crown just becomes 21, and that doesn't make any sense. Also, it's kind of lazy just make it 21 instead of making your own princess. But I digress. There's Bowsette. Now let's talk about sexual assault really quick. So the Kavanaugh vote just went through. It's 11-10, party lines. The SCOTUS should not be a partisan thing. It should be bipartisan. It should always be, because it's the third effing branch, and yet it's treated as a partisan thing, and that's very frustrating. I'm very mad at Lindsey Graham making it such a partisan thing. Very mad at Kavanaugh for making a partisan thing as well. It should not be a partisan thing whatsoever. But I want to talk about this on a larger scale. I want to talk about the Me Too movement and sexual assault and all of that. And here's how I'm going to ground it. Now, I've talked about this on Twitter before. And that is, but not completely, but I've talked on Twitter before. At the high school I went to, I was a senior. A family member close to me was at the same high school. She was sexually assaulted by a classmate. She reported him. So here's the thing. So sexual assaults are underreported. Like, they don't get reported that much because the accusers don't get believed. This happens many times. She reported it, thankfully. So that's an exception right there. And people who report, they rarely get believed, which is very unfortunate. Thankfully, the faculty believed her. But here's the third thing. Usually the accuser gets treated like crap. The victim gets treated like crap, and this did happen. So she reported the sexual assault. The faculty believed her. They kicked him out. He got kicked out. His friends hated her, and they treated her like crap. They blamed her for all of it. He got no flack for it. Your friend sexually assaults somebody, and you blame the victim is mind-blowing to me. And it happened. And this is why I've always been a bit sensitive about sexual assault, because actually, when it happens to you, not happens to you, but when it happens in your sphere, you're a little more sensitive about these things. So I've always been a little more sensitive about sexual assault and things like that because of this. And so they went after her. And I had to use violence to get them to stop. And this is the thing that's unfortunate, is I had to use violence. It never should have gone that far. I never should have had to use these hands. Because she never should have been blamed for being the victim of what happened. It is mind-blowing to blame the victim. It really is. It very much is. And so it's been such an intense week on the negative side of things with this whole Brett Kavanaugh thing, because the accusations, and you got people defending him, people against him, and all this stuff happening. And it's very unfortunate, all of it. And then the hearing yesterday, because I'm recording this Friday, so the hearing was on Thursday, is such a tough thing to watch. And it was just so ridiculous, and it was an exhausting day for everybody. It really was. And I believe her. I believe her for damn sure. Now, here's the thing. The thing that's important is, and this is the part I'm trying to say correctly, because we're in the age of the Me Too movement. Now, there are guys who they're worried about talking to women because they don't want to get accused of sexual assault. That's not a hard thing to do. You just don't do a thing that would get you accused of sexual assault. That's all you got to do. Like, that's the oversimplified way to say it. The thing is, there are crazy people everywhere. There are crazy men and crazy women. There are very awful men and very awful women. There are dudes who are definitely creeps, and they're right to not to want to come off as a creep because they're creeps, and they don't want to get accused. So you know what they do? Yeah, stay the hell away from women. You're a creep. That's good. That's fine. Don't bother women. That's good. Now, there are there are guys who are worried about just coming off wrong towards women. I definitely feel that way, but not because I'm worried about necessarily that. I'm just an awkward person in real life. And it's not just towards women, it's towards men too. I'm just awkward. Do you see how I vlog? I'm not always looking at the camera. I'm looking everywhere, and I do that in real life. So I'm a little shifty looking. I'm a little suspicious looking because I don't always look you in the eye. I'm all over the place. And so when I talk to women and to men, I'm more worried of coming off as suspicious than as a creep or as I want to do something to you. Like, I'm worried about that because I'm just kind of weird. That's my worry. I'm not worried about, like, coming off as a pervert or something like that. That's such a weird thing to be worried about. Because that's not what the Me Too movement's about. The Me Too movement's about encouraging women to report and believing women and not blaming them. That's what the Me Too movement is about, at least in my opinion. And in my view. In my view of it, that's what the Me Too movement's about. The Me Too movement's a lot of things for a lot of different people. For some, their hardline is always believe the accuser. Now, that's the one thing, is because I'm a scientist, I believe in some skepticism, some doubt. Because shitty people exist. People who will misuse the Me Too movement to push something will happen. There will be women who will lie about it and use it to their advantage. And there will be men who lie about it and use it to their advantage. Bad people exist. And that's the unfortunate truth of it. And so for me, it's about believe the accuser, but also if the accused is defending themselves, then we got to get to an investigation. And they're not guilty yet. It's innocent until proven guilty. So after the investigation, if they are guilty, then burn them. But after the investigation, if they're not guilty, then don't burn them, obviously. But accusations can hurt a person for sure. But it's not like, real quick, Louis C.K., people are okay with him trying to make a comeback right now. Because, like, well, he lost millions of dollars and everything. He's been punished enough. What? Legally speaking, he hasn't served a day in jail. He's not on a sex offender list or any of these things. What he did was awful, and he admitted to all of it. And yet we're okay with him making a comeback? That's not okay. I'm a big fan of Louis C.K. I enjoy his humor and everything, and I can't watch any of it now. Because that is effed up what he did. It's just not right. And that's too damn bad. A man with such skill is actually a monster. That sucks. And that's just terrible. You should have a skepticism is because the bad people do happen, and there have been proof of that. A few times in San Diego, this happened to the police. And this is why I'm glad they have cams. This is why I don't understand why police don't want cams. And you get why some police don't want cams, because they have done some shady things. But a camera protects the people the police are seeing, and it protects the police as well. And that's what's important, because the police, they do those stop when they pull someone over. Anything could happen at this point. And a number of times, women have accused police officers of sexually assaulting them. And it comes back, the camera footage comes out, and there's no interaction of what the women said happening at all. The cop's there, they have the interaction, he gives her a ticket, and it's over. Or she tries to persuade him to not give her a ticket, he gives her a ticket anyway, and that's how she gets back at him. This has happened a few times in San Diego. And thankfully, these police officers were exonerated by their freaking camera. So that's the problem, is some people suck. Some people are going to misuse the Me Too movement. And that's what sucks. And it's happened. And that's why you should have some skepticism in that don't burn the accused at the stake until the investigation is over. Believe the accuser, though. Believe them, but don't burn the person yet, is the way I see it. Because investigations, look for the truth first. This whole Kavanaugh thing, maybe he is telling the truth. But he's been saying so many lies and falsehoods, it makes him just more suspicious. One of the big suspicious things was the 65 women, the letter from the 65 women saying he's awesome, he's great and everything, that was signed by them. That was submitted within 24 hours of Ford's accusation being reported. How is that not shifty as hell? How did you have that in your back pocket ready for this coming? That's the thing, is they were prepared for it to happen, because you can't get 65 signatures in 24 hours. You can't get 65 anything in 24 hours. That right there is just too damn suspicious. It really is. And just over and over again, you've got just Kavanaugh just saying things that just... it just doesn't look right. It really doesn't. But at the end of the day, I want this investigation to happen, because I want us to somehow get a truth coming out of this thing. They really should postpone the vote. They should not do it yet until this is done. And you get why they're hurrying it up, because of the whole election. The midterms are coming. That's why they're hurrying it the hell up. But we need to know the truth, at least as best as we can. Politics has been... it's been pretty heavy this year and last year. And it's been heavy for a while. I don't want these vlogs to just be about politics, obviously, but it keeps coming up. Just keeps happening. But that's what's going on this week. Hopefully next week... no. Next week is the... if it happens, next week will be the FBI investigation, and hopefully that's it, and then it doesn't get talked about. They're just figuring that out, so we don't talk about politics next week. We haven't talked about politics too much the last, month or so that's good. But today we are, because how can you not if you're an American? But there you go. That right there is the vlog. My throat hurts from all this talking. At the end of the day, what's important to me is people having fun. And the world sucks sometimes. And these vlogs are the only time when I cover the negatives. Because obviously when I'm LPing or whatever, it's about having fun with the games. But it's not necessarily a game, this vlog, obviously. But at the end of the day, I hope these vlogs, at least, they make you think, they make me think for sure. And obviously I said they're therapy for me. And that it leads to an improvement of thought, I suppose. But that right there is the vlog. I had fun talking. Hope you had fun watching and listening. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.